What's up everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Good morning and welcome to your daily Luna Classic update. In this video I got some exciting things to talk about Luna Classic, some opportunities I think at least for the futures for the future. But yeah, we'll also just talk about the Luna Classic in general, what's been going around it, if there are any new proposals, which there aren't any, if there's any other big news you need to know, and that's also not the case, but well, there's some things coming up which I think are actually quite bullish, and which could also be bullish for the price of Luna Classic. So I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit later in this video. Now, what happened yesterday is that yesterday we had a bullish breakout. We were above 18,000 again. And what I said in the analysis is that if we would be able to stay on top of 18,000, that I would also expect us to get up to 20,000. I said that if we could stay on top of it for like one day, which we didn't. We broke through it, took a break retest, as you can see if we zoom in. You can see this, right? Yeah, you can. Took a break retest and are now dropping back down. Found some support here at 17,500. But we are dropping down even more. What I expect is that Luna Classic is even going to drop down further towards 18,000 or towards 16,000. Find some support there and drop down to 15,000. See, the thing is, why we drop down, I think at least, is that the fundamentals in the market, they were obviously already very bad because of everything that happened with FTX. But what's happening right now is, well, it's pretty ironic actually, because it's kind of the same as what happened with Luna back in the days. Is that first you had the Luna crash, which obviously caused a lot of other cryptos to crash down very badly. And what happened then is you saw that some companies that had a lot of exposure to Luna, like cilinixfxcapital, they also went down. And that's kind of the phase we are in right now, where it's not 100% sure if a lot of companies are falling, but at least a lot of companies are struggling. So that's bearish for the markets, also bearish for Luna Classic because it's correlated. Not necessarily because Luna fell. I mean, you could argue that Luna Classic is actually stronger right now, at least, because of the whole crash we've had. But that's not an argument I'm going to go into in this video. If we take a look at the burn tax, you can actually see that we have made some great developments. It's actually pretty high right now. Like compared to what it was after it dropped down from 1.2% to 0.2%, this is actually pretty good, because this increases our chances to actually burn through a significant amount of Luna Classic in the supply. And if that happens, that means that the price naturally should go up, or at least the potential of the price is bigger. So that's all. I mean, overall, I'm not negative on Luna Classic, to be honest. I think Luna Classic might even be one of the best cryptos to hold your money in, if we fall down a little bit more at least. During these times, because it has become quite resilient and it has a strong community, so the potential of dropping is lower. What I expect right now is that we might take another break retest off of 18,000, but that will slowly drop down to 16,000 and 15,000. Yeah, find support at 16,000 for a while and then at 15,000. I mean, there's always the possibility for Luna Classic that after some great news, rumor listings, proposals, that we can have a bull run and a rally, but that's not something I can predict, all right? Or at least, there's one thing what I talked about in the beginning, which I think would cause some sort of a, well, at least some sort of a rally, and that is that there's a Binance burn coming up, I believe December the 1st. And please correct me on that if I'm wrong about that, but I did check it out just a couple of days ago. But the Binance burn is coming up, and it's a monthly burn. So if we take a look at all of the other Binance burns right now, is that, I mean, we've had like 4. We started with 8 billion, I think, and then we had like 4 billion, and then 2 and 2, something like that. I mean, that's not possible, but it's like 6, 4, 2, and 1.7, something like that. But right now it's going to be a monthly burn, so it's already going to be way bigger. And what we had with those weekly burns is that the price actually, like, it was always on Monday, and that the price on like Sunday morning was always pretty bullish. So right now we've had a lot of volume at certain points at least in November for Luna Classic. So I think the burn is actually going to be pretty big for Binance. I cannot really predict how much. I think it's going to be over 20 billion. So that's a significant amount, and that also brings us towards like 1% of the total supply being burned, which is pretty nice. So I think ahead of that, it's always difficult to predict when, but I think like 5 days before the end of December, somewhere there, we could actually expect some more bullish momentum. So if you want to buy Luna Classic, I would, even though that's not financial advice, obviously, but it might be wise to wait until that, because before that we could drop down even lower than where we are right now, obviously. So yeah, that's my take on Luna Classic. Pretty long video, excuse me, but for now, hope you all have a great day, obviously. Take care, and hope to see you all tomorrow.